In the ever-evolving landscape of cybersecurity, understanding the core components of a robust security posture is paramount. Two such components are vulnerability assessment and vulnerability management. While often used interchangeably, they represent distinct yet interconnected processes crucial for maintaining a secure digital environment. Vulnerability assessment, as the name suggests, is the process of identifying weaknesses within a system. Imagine a security guard meticulously inspecting a building for potential entry points. Similarly, vulnerability assessment involves using automated tools and manual techniques to scan networks, systems, and applications for known vulnerabilities. These vulnerabilities could range from software bugs to misconfigurations, each representing a potential gateway for attackers. Vulnerability management, on the other hand, is a broader, more comprehensive process. It encompasses the entire life cycle of identifying, evaluating, prioritizing, and remediating vulnerabilities. If vulnerability assessment is the act of finding weaknesses, then vulnerability management is the strategic plan for addressing them. It's about understanding the risk each vulnerability poses, prioritizing them based on their potential impact, and then taking appropriate steps to mitigate those risks. A real-world analogy would be a city planning committee addressing potential hazards. Vulnerability assessment would be akin to identifying areas prone to flooding, while vulnerability management would involve developing and implementing a comprehensive plan to mitigate the risks, such as building flood defenses or improving drainage systems. In today's interconnected world where cyber attacks are becoming increasingly sophisticated, vulnerability assessment and management are no longer optional but essential security practices. They form the cornerstone of a proactive security posture, enabling organizations to identify and address weaknesses before attackers can exploit them. Vulnerability assessment is critical because it provides visibility into the security posture of an organization's systems and applications. By identifying existing vulnerabilities, organizations can gain valuable insights into their attack surface, understand their weaknesses, and take steps to strengthen their defenses. Without regular vulnerability assessments, organizations are essentially operating in the dark, unaware of the potential entry points that attackers could exploit. Vulnerability management takes this a step further by providing a structured framework for addressing identified vulnerabilities. It's not enough to simply know that vulnerabilities exist. Organizations need a plan to prioritize and remediate them effectively. Vulnerability management provides this framework, enabling organizations to allocate resources efficiently, prioritize remediation efforts based on risk, and track the progress of vulnerability mitigation over time. Consider a healthcare organization handling sensitive patient data. A vulnerability assessment might reveal a critical vulnerability in their patient portal software. Vulnerability management would then involve assessing the risk this vulnerability poses, prioritizing its remediation based on the potential impact on patient privacy, and implementing appropriate security controls to mitigate the risk. This could involve patching the software, implementing stronger access controls, or even taking the system offline temporarily until the vulnerability is addressed. While vulnerability assessment and vulnerability management are distinct processes, they are intrinsically linked and work in tandem to ensure comprehensive security. Understanding their similarities and differences is crucial for organizations to implement both effectively. Both processes share the fundamental goal of improving an organization's security posture. They both involve identifying weaknesses in systems and applications and aim to reduce the risk of exploitation. Additionally, both rely on a combination of automated tools and manual processes. Automated tools are used for initial scanning and detection, while manual analysis is often required to validate findings, assess potential impact, and determine appropriate remediation actions. The key difference lies in their scope and approach. Vulnerability assessment is a point-in-time activity, providing a snapshot of an organization's security posture at a specific moment. It's like checking your bank account balance. It tells you your current financial status, but doesn't offer a long-term financial plan. Vulnerability management, on the other hand, is an ongoing process, a continuous cycle of identifying, assessing, prioritizing, and remediating vulnerabilities. It's akin to budgeting, saving, and investing. It's about making strategic decisions to ensure long-term financial stability. Think of a software development company releasing a new application. Vulnerability assessment would involve thoroughly testing the application before launch to identify and fix any security flaws. Vulnerability management, however, would encompass a broader strategy, including regular security updates, patch management, and ongoing monitoring for new vulnerabilities that may emerge after release. In conclusion, vulnerability assessment and vulnerability management are not competing concepts, but rather two sides of the same coin. They are integral components of a robust cybersecurity strategy, working together to protect organizations from the ever-present threat of cyber attacks. Vulnerability assessment provides the initial visibility into security weaknesses, acting as the eyes and ears of an organization's security posture. Vulnerability management, on the other hand, provides the strategic direction and framework for addressing those weaknesses, ensuring that vulnerabilities are not merely identified, but effectively mitigated. Like two gears working in tandem, vulnerability assessment and vulnerability management must function seamlessly to ensure a secure and resilient digital environment. By embracing both processes, organizations can move beyond reactive security measures and adopt a proactive approach to cybersecurity, staying one step ahead of potential threats and safeguarding their valuable assets.